Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's my lovely assistant. Ahora yo voy a hacer mi video sobre mi cakes. Primero yo voy a hacer mi queso. Aquí, I'm going to make the cheese first. So I thought you might want to know how it's done. Entonces yo explicar de todo. Y, si te gusta, te gusta. Si no gusta, no mi problema. Yeah. You know, I know I'm a bit of a lunatic when it comes to this stuff, but you know what? It's been a really nice run here. I made a bunch of cheesecakes for a bunch of people who have helped me a great deal over the last 5 years. We did the Victims No Longer campaign, animated completely, music all produced in Connie's Music in Keswick. Excuse me. We did the Methadone Doctor song. Rolo's mom, I didn't know it was Rolo's mom at the time, but Rolo Rivera's mom. She gave us permission to use the cemetery. We did that there, and I was so happy to deliver there. Rolo, he's given me lots of inroads into the cultural community. He let people know that my motives were good in terms of what I was doing and stuff, and really good guy, Rolo, so I was really happy there. It's been a lovely run, dropping off the old karma currency, so I thought, I've been asked a number of times how to make them from milk because can't get cream cheese around here, so I specifically learned how to do it for that reason, and my hair, I look like a bohemian. Actually, I feel like one too. Being a bohemian is not all that bad, actually. Anyway, so here we are. So we've got the first batch done. I'm warming up the second batch of milk. First batch of cheese. I take a 5-liter thing, and I do a third, and a third, because you got better control over the amount, and so on. I do it in 3 steps, so I get three chunks of cheese, and that makes 2 cakes with 5 liters of milk directly from the cows. And my sister Mavis here, she gets it from her family members in the farms because she needs it for Pedrito as well. He's still a young lad on milk, still a baby. So I think we might be just about getting hot enough to add this lemon here. So I'm going to do that one more time in case to see which one I want to use for the video. And I'll do that now. So basically I add 3 to start with. I'm going to just make sure I'm hot enough yet. I always stick my finger in if I get burnt. No, I didn't get burnt, so it's not quite ready. I'll let that go for a little longer. So Deanna Padron, she's the director of the Cienfuegos Drama Center, the theater for the province of Cienfuegos. And 5 years ago when we were doing Methadone Doctors, she was one of the actresses. And she gathered up a bunch of the other actresses for us, and that was an amazing video. We did that. And then we did Nunca Terenda campaign. She did that. We did a whole bunch of videos that we didn't end up using, but they had the Elizabeth Beaton long wigs in them, and we just had fun. You know, we had a lot of fun doing it. Always in support of something. We were doing the domestic violence on the Angers Not Pretty videos. That was a good one. Another one that went over really big. And the Nunca Terenda campaign, which was a complement to that. So. For me, you know, this is just, I really enjoyed being able to return the favor, spread a little good karma around. That's my karma currency cheesecake. So enough of my yapping. I think I'll get to work here. So that's, I do about 3 good-sized tablespoons to start with. 1, just kind of 2, 3. I'm not all that precise. Again, I pour it till it starts overflowing, so you probably get a little more than that. And you can see it starts to coagulate right away. So you leave that for a minute or so. Throw a couple more in if you want, 2 or 3 as you need it, and you'll start seeing it separate. So that's the first stage of that. And I'll just starting to separate. Cheese is coming out nicely, and it'll be a little while yet because the water's got to turn really clear green. Before and after, you can see where it turns into like almost like a green watery liquid, and then that's when you know you've fully separated. And at that point, what I usually do, so you know there's a ton of cheese there, right? So I'm going to just do that one more time, and I'm going to shut that off. So there you have it. That's what I got out of 5 liters of milk. I got that much cheese, which is enough to make 2 cheesecakes. Once you throw in the yogurt and the 5 eggs. So I just wanted to show you that. And there you have it. That's the second batch out of the second 5 liters of cheese. of milk, so we got that much. Huge, we got a really good batch, 2 batches. Ahora yo voy a hacer un video sobre cómo hacer the cakes. Ahora yo voy a hacer the latas. Yeah, entonces yo voy a hacer un video y toda persona sabe cómo hacer the cakes. Yeah, claro. So here I'm cutting the bottoms out of these, bottom and top out of this can so I can use them to make my cakes. And I've got the rings from the other cans that I kept because they're in good shape. I can clean them up and use them. So this is my my homemade cake pans, and I have to say I've had no complaints so far. And I've gotten to be quite an expert at this, so I don't need to explain this in Spanish because the Cubans already know how to do it. That's my wonderful can opener. It actually works like a charm, eh? Ave Maria.
Ay, pinga.
¿Qué?
Se fue la corriente.
Ave Maria. Is it caliente or is it caliente por todo? Jesus. So here we are, the power just went out, so we're waiting to see. ¿Es en la calle también? Todo el barrio.
Todo el barrio.
Bueno, entonces yo necesito hacer the cakes en la oscura, ¿ya?
En lo oscuro.
Yeah.
No, si estoy con...
Yeah. So we're cooking with flashlight.
Mi amor,
¿Ah?
el horno
Sí.
es con corriente.
No.
Sí.
No. Comienza con corriente, but cocinar no.
No enciende, mira.
Enciende con un fósforo.
No.
Yeah.
No es igual.
Yeah, igual. Mira. So we're having a big conversation about the electric starter on the gas stove, whether we're going to be able to start it or not, but I think I can get it started with a lighter. And I'll try not to blow up the house while I do it. But I'm on a mission. I'm going to make these 2 cakes if it kills me. And if I have to cook them in the dark, man, I'm going to. Ave Maria.
Ave Maria, you speak English.
English. ¿Y tú hablas inglés también?
Tú sabes.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so
Ay, cojones.
that's my 2 cake pans. And here we are in the dark. Power's gone out. So I got my lovely cheese that I made yesterday. We have a video of that.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia.
Mamma me la mia.
Cojones.
Pinga.
Yeah, exactamente.
Pinga.
Okay, so I got the lovely cheese that I made yesterday, which I showed you in the earlier video. So I'm going to put it in perfect. And I'll clean this up later and use it as a serving tray. Okay, so that's the cheese. You can't see it properly. Let me get my flashlight out here. I'll be lucky if I don't. Now that's the lovely cheese that I made yesterday that y'all seen. I don't think.
Probar primero.
Probar.
Probar primero si enciende con un fósforo.
Es no diferencia, pongan en el refrigerator.
Ah, bueno.
No, yo enciendo ahora entonces.
Sí, probar primero es mejor. Ay, qué miedo. Nah. Ya vino la corriente.
Okay.
Ay, Dios mío.
Oh, geez. Well, we're back in the light.
Dios santo.
It's all good. I can turn my flashlight off. Get back to work here. So, as I was saying, there's the lovely cheese that I made yesterday. Look how creamy that is. I don't know, lately the milk that they've been sending me is just amazing. I got that out of 5 liters of milk. Enough for 2 cakes easily. More than enough. So, that's my cakes. And the sugar is here. Cojones. Jesus. And tu guardar poco con poco, ¿ya?
¿Eh?
Tu guardar poco con poco.
¿Guardar qué?
Sugar, todo. Tu y mami igual.
Sí, yo tengo poquito azúcar.
So there's 2 cups of sugar in that. And that's 2 cups of sugar to make 2 cakes. And that comes from 5 liters of milk. If you're going to make them back home, you take 4 blocks of Philadelphia cream cheese. And that's that. Okay, so you start mixing that in, and after a while the sugar turns to liquid. Now this brown stuff is a little harder. It's more like cane sugar, so it takes a little longer to dissolve, but it does. So you just make sure you get it mixed in good. Get your stuff going creamy. I bought a bottle of Coke today for 180 pesos because I was thirsty. So now that's that. As you can see, it's creaming up pretty good. So 4 blocks of Philadelphia cream cheese, or la queso de la 5 litros de leche. And tú mirar the otro video, cómo hacer la leche con cómo hacer the queso con leche, con caliente leche y limón. Entonces, es en el video, tú mira. Ok, entonces, una más. Yep. 2 vasos de azúcar con el queso de 5 litros de leche. Or, if you're back home, 2 cups of sugar, 4 blocks of Philadelphia cream cheese. And you get that creaming up pretty good. I like to do it by hand. I don't like using a mixer of any kind. I like just doing it by hand. You get the feel for how creamy it's getting. And as you can see, it's creaming up really nicely. And once you get that going, I carried these eggs all over town on my knapsack, trying to get them home so I could cook this. And if you can wrap 5 eggs up properly, get them in your knapsack and around town and home without breaking them, you've just met the standard for being a Cuban.
¿La vainilla?
Ah, yo tenía vainilla aquí.
¿Ahí?
Aquí, yo tenía algunos. Yeah. So that's 1 egg. Two eggs with a bunch of shell in there I gotta get out. There we are. I think that's it. Okay. Three eggs. My hands are all messy now, but I don't like setting the eggs down because the insects starts zooming in on anything edible on the counter if you leave it too long. So that's how I deal with that. And that's egg number 5. Shit. That's so that's 5 eggs. If you're making a batch for 1 cake, put 3 eggs in. But if you're making a batch for 2 cakes, 5 eggs will get it done. And so you just start chopping that up. And then I make a pool in the center. I put all the eggs in it and kind of mix them up first. And then I just start chopping it into the mix. And then eventually it just becomes one big creamy mix. Okay, so I'm going to shut this off because I'm going to be a little while doing this. And then I'll come back when I'm ready to add the yogurt. So that's that. Okay, so I almost got this mixed up. That's, it's a nice paste, creamy, thick, ready to add the yogurt. So you've got, that's your cream cheese, your sugar, and your 5 eggs. And you mix all that. And sometimes you get lumps, you just squeeze them along the side of the bowl, and anything big, smaller lumps are okay. I mean, they melt in the thing, and sometimes they create a nice little bite. So anyway, that's that. So much for the connoisseur. Okay, so I'm going to strain the yogurt right now, and how I make sour cream here, because it's cream de agria, and which is sour cream de agria, and How I make it is from yogurt. If you strain yogurt through cloth, the water will start draining out of it. Just water will come out of it. It'll get thicker and thicker, and it'll get more sour. And you end up with good sour cream that way out of the homemade yogurt that they make here. Entonces, yogurt. Entonces, te pongan en cauldron and fabrica, put it in a strainer with cloth, and get the water out of it, and add it. And for a double batch, I add about that much on a thing. For sour cream up there, for one cake, you add 750 milliliters. For a double cake, you would add 3 large tubs, 1,500 milligrams or whatever the hell it's called. So that's how that goes. So I'm going to strain that now, and I'll come back when I'm ready to add it. Okay?
Yo voy para ducha.
Yeah. Fabric, strainer, yogurt. So we're good to go. So I'm going to dump this yogurt in here for now and see how we make it. It's actually already pretty thick because it's a couple days old. That is just, water's just running out of there like crazy. No cream, just water. And it works really well. You end up with a nice thick enough for sour cream. So now I'm going to dump that. Should be drained enough. I mean, you could actually do it without draining it at all, so it's not like you have a real dilemma. But that's the cream coming out of there now. And then I just take the old scoop and get the rest of it off the cloth, and I'm good. I'm happy to report this isn't somebody's old bloomer, so that's good. And then, so there you got your mixture, sour cream, everything. And when I'm done, you'll end up with a nice cream. Ooh, that's a nice sour cream. So I'll shut this off. I'll get that ready to go. I'll show you what I chop a lot. Just so you know, I chop a lot because it becomes consistent. And then I just turn it into itself and mess around with it until I end up with just a nice, creamy consistency. Okay, so that is what you call a really nice consistency. Yeah, ready for a cake. So that's that. So there you have that. So I'm going to break up these cookies. Sometimes I use these cookies, they're like cake cookies, they're soft. And sometimes I'll buy a whole cake and then you just crumble it up, put it in the pan and add some hot butter, some melted butter to give it some sticking power, and then that makes the bottom of your cake. So I'll do that and I'll show you when I get it done. Thanks. Okay, so here we are again in the dark. I think the wife just got caught in the shower. All I can hear is cajone, finger. Okay, so I'm trying to cut up this butter and melt it, but that's not going to happen if I don't have the microwave, so I'm going to have to wait a bit. So I'll just go and relax, enjoy my pop, and wait and see if the power comes back on. So this is we're having a Cuban moment here. Yes. Anyway, yo no tenía video. Mira, ahora de corriente es finito en reina, pero yo necesito hacerme cakes, entonces yo hacerme cakes, I don't care. No diferencia. The cake is dulce. Ave Maria, un mocha en mi cake. Jesus.
No.
Una mocha. Cojones. Okay.
Ay, Jesucristo, vamos a explotar aquí.
Ahora is the mantequilla. Okay, that is butter. So you need 3 or 4 tablespoons of butter to put in with your crumbs, and that gives it some stand power. I don't know how I'm going to melt this yet. I'll check in a second. Boy, this is going to be a pain in the butt, but I'm going to get it done. And Alana made me promise that I won't blow the house up, so...
Sí, seguro.
Seguro, seguro. Ella entiende inglés, ella habla, no entiende inglés, pero ella entiende todo perfecto.
¡Ay, en el vaso!
Ah, es fácil.
No.
¿Tiene un metálico?
Espérate. Aquí.
Ah, perfecto.
Que no el vaso del rojo.
Bueno.
Ay, Jesucristo.
Tú sabes que yo soy un bruto.
Ni te voy a matar. Yo matarte a ti. Limpia bien, mira. Tiene.
That's a Cuban thing. Every last drop. There you go. That's the butter into the crumbs. Jesus. Okay, I'm going to shut this off for now until I get these crumbs ready and make my cake pans because I got to flatten the bottoms out good. And then we'll see what happens from there. Looks like we're going to end up with some cake. And I hope so. Cojones. Okay, so I got the crumbs ready. The batter's ready to go. And Alana's just cleaning up the pans to make sure that we're clean. And I can start assembling the cakes. Just enough. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so I have this lovely pan here. Good to go. Put one there. Yep. There it is on this side too. Yep, perfect. Okay, so that's that. Put the rings on it. Put the rings on it. So we're making cakes in the dark here, and I don't mind. I'm determined to get them done. Un amigo? So we just seen a mouse go by. He seemed harmless.
Un guayabito.
¿Qué es un ratón? Es no ratón, es
Un ratón guayabito.
Guayabito es chiquito ratón.
Sí.
Un chiquito ratón.
Ay,
Ave Maria. Well, we got all the animals around here. Okay, so I'm patting down the bottoms of the cake. So what I'm going to do before I pour the filling in this, what I want to make sure is that the stove is going to start. If I get the stove running, we're happening. If it doesn't get running, if we don't get it running, shit. Man, this makes me nervous.
¿Tú le echaste vainilla?
Yeah, yo pongo la vainilla. Probar un segundito. ¿Ya?
Está rico.
No, lo que necesita es mi teléfono.
¿Ves?
No. Es aquí.
Ah, el móvil.
Yeah. So I'm just checking to make sure it's all. Okay, vamos.
¿Cómo tú encender el fogón con la fosforera?
Yeah.
La casa, ¡boom!
No.
No, ay Dios mío,
Yeah, yo voy a hacer-
tú vas a ver. Qué miedo.
¿Tú sabes qué fogón yo tenía en mi casa? Igual.
¿Tú tienes ahí en Canadá un fogón igual?
Yo hacer con los fósforos.
¿Tú haces con los fósforos?
Claro.
¿Por qué? Allá no finito la luz. Ay, qué miedo. ¿Dónde?
Ok, pongo en la casa.
¿Ya?
Ya. Oh,
Cuida, te quemaste.
¿vieron?
Ponme esto.
Yeah.
Te quemaste, que me
Finished all the hair on my arm, but I got the stove running. I'm
Dame.
happening, man. We're gonna cook a couple of cakes in the dark.
Ahora sí, psiquiatría contigo. Dame, para yo ponga aquí. Jesucristo.
The caliente es solo para encender.
Es para encender, ¿sí?
Ok.
Madre.
Ave María.
Así mismo. Ave María. Pon más aquí.
Yep. Oh, mira, tú tienes la otra. Tú tienes.
¿Cuál? ¿Cuál?
No, es bastante, entonces tú comes aquí.
No, para que tú, para yo hacer así. No, si yo no comí.
¿No comes? ¿No me gusta?
Sí, pero no. Yo llena, yo comí ahora la comida.
Yo no comes nada. Jesus, bueno, bueno.
Perfecto. ¿Ya? No, yo no.
Oh, no. Oh man, I got the good stuff.
Mira, guardar ahí en la mochila.
There we go. Cuídate. Man, let me tell you, we got a couple of cakes happening in the dark, and we got our stove going in the dark. Might blow the house up, but we're gonna get a couple of cakes. Ooh, hang on, all the evidence is right there. Okay, so I'll keep you posted.